Okay, cool. Time starts when I gain control of my character. So, now. Okay, so this is Fallout 4. I've just realised I need to set up something.
Yes, nice. Classic.
That could have been pretty bad. That needs turning off, and that needs turning on. Okay, now we can start. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice is we're talking in French. That saves about 10 seconds over the entire course of the run. So a small time save, but it's free. Second thing to note is run a down-patch version of the game. Version 1.13 or something like that. That's so that we can use a glitch called cover sliding and another one called vendor glitch.
Toujours la même chose. Hey, Trésor?
So in this part of the run, this is pre-war before we actually leave the vault, we basically just talk to the people in the house, try to advance the dialogue so that we can actually exit the house. At some point I'll spin the mobile on the crib and that will trigger the nukes to fall. That's pretty much how it works. So the Vault Tech rep is coming over now. We're going to create our character. I'm going to pick 10 endurance, 10 agility, 3 intelligence and 2 luck. I'll explain that in a second.
Ouais.
We'll just mash 4 here. That will pick the default option for dialogue.
Ravi de vous rencontrer alors.
So we just try and get through it as quickly as possible. But if you mash too hard, it locks up.
D'accord. J'accepte. Bien.
Okay. So in this game, you can sprint.
Ah,
You can sprint in Fallout 3 or the others. So you go faster, obviously, and we want to sprint as long as possible. Gonna wait for a dialogue queue here.
Hey, code source.
10 agility gives us more action points, so we can sprint more. 10 endurance reduces the rate at which our action points are drained when we sprint, so we can sprint even longer. If you have 20 endurance, you can actually sprint forever. We don't get that much endurance though. The 3 intelligence is so that we level up slower, so that we level up at the perfect time. When you level up, you get all your action points back, so if we're in a long running section and we have no action points, we can level up at the perfect time to regain all our action points. So that saves maybe 10 seconds. Yeah, so the bombs are about to drop now, and as soon as it says "my god," that's when the door will just magically open for some reason, and then we'll sprint at full speed away from our wife and child towards the vault. So we'll do a little parkour over this hedge. See if we can get this. Nice. Yeah, so coming up is one of the few bits of speed tech. You can skip one line on this guard. If you mash E so that you hit E at the end of his line, you can actually skip the line. Nope. There we go. Okay. So we're heading down to the vault now. One thing you'll notice is when the nuke explosion happens, you're going to see the flash of the explosion, and that will travel at the speed of light. But then the sound of the explosion will also travel at the speed of light, but the shockwave will travel at the speed of sound, which is just odd. Also, another thing. In any high-stress situation, of course, the appropriate result is to dab, which is what all our neighbours are currently doing. So, okay, this is now the vault. This section, this split, is literally just walking in a straight line over to the cryo chambers where we're going to get frozen for 200 years. I'm pretty much forced to spell the game for you in this run, in order to just make things a bit clearer as to what's going on. So now that I have some downtime, I'm going to explain how a couple of glitches work that I'm going to use later. So this is an interior cell. It's just like an interior. So like, if someone at Bethesda was making a level, they would be building it in the editor, and it would be centered as roughly around 000, the coordinates. But the overworld outside, that's like 100,000 units square. So 000, that corresponds to the center of the map. So if I use a glitch to store coordinates from inside, then those coordinates will correspond roughly to the center of the map. So if I try and travel to them, I'll be at the center of the map. And when we exit the vault, we're at the top left. So it's a very good speed tech. So this is a cutscene. Lasts a couple of minutes. Someone from the Institute is going to kill Nora and take Sean. Yeah. I feel really bad because the tech guy hasn't played this game, so I don't want to spoil it. Anyway, so okay, perfect, awesome. Yeah, so someone from the Institute comes along and takes Sean, and Sean then grows up to become the leader of the Institute. Anyway, to finish the game, this is all. The only thing that's relevant is, in order to finish the game, you either destroy the Institute or you side with them. And then, if you destroy the Institute, then you need to pick a faction to join. And so that's what we'll do later on in the run. Okay, so I'll explain cover sliding and bunch warping. So in this game, you can aim down sights and sort of pop out of cover. And if you stop aiming down sights, you'll slide back to where you were. But if you go into third person and put your gun away, the game thinks you're still aiming down sights and out of cover, and it stores your coordinates. So if you're somewhere else and you go back into first person with your gun out, you'll slide to the coordinates. So we can do that to slide towards the center of the map. The other glitch is punch warping. The way that works is, so in this game, if you attack something in VATS with like a melee attack, it will teleport you next to the thing you're trying to attack. But if the game thinks you cannot do that, you'll sort of pause for a moment, and then you'll just attack it from where you're standing. It'll like teleport you to where you already are. But if you cancel your attack, you have like a punch warp active, so that the next time you attack something in melee VATS, you get teleported to those coordinates. So I'll be setting one of those up very soon, and a cover slide. As soon as we exit the vault, pretty much the run gets a lot faster. This is just the intro, lots of cutscenes, lots of walking. So I'm going to run to the right here. I'm going to grab a cone. I'm going to use that to clip out. Saves walking around. I'm going to pick up this baton. That gives me VATS. I don't actually have VATS initially. But now I have VATS and I have a melee weapon, so I can set up punch warps.
So how does clipping work?
You walk backwards up a wall whilst holding an item below your feet. I've had roaches.
Des cafards géants?
Perfect.
C'est quoi ce bordel?
Also, that is the green thing that comes up when you are in combat. That can pick body parts and stuff.
Yeah. You'll see it very soon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to equip the baton. I need something to attack in VATS, so I'm going to lure this rad roach over to this box, which is a bit glitched. Let's see. Yep, there we go. So that was VATS, and that was me setting up a punch warp. I'm going to grab another cone here. I'm going to walk backwards here, look down, so I can clip upwards. At least that's the plan anyway. There we go. These cone clips are the worst type of clip, really. I'm going to hit that trigger there. Okay, so this is me aiming down sights, as you can see. Oh wait, as you can see, it slides me back. Go into third person, put my gun away. I've now got a cover slide active. So I have a cover slide and a punch warp currently stored. And I'm going to use those once I exit the vault.
I have a couple of donations to read if you want.
Yeah, you can do it right now.
Okay. I have a $5 anonymous donation with no comment, thank you very much. I have a $3 donation from Dutchies saying Brongle face reveal, PogChamp. Also waiting for the memory skip reveal. I hope you don't fail us, Brongle. And we have a $10 donation from Noob Salmon saying, hey Brongle, good luck with your run. Thanks for finally revealing memory skip at ESA. Also, no Miku luck, please. Bless RNG.
Thanks for the donations. Alright, so I'm limiting my FPS here so that the cover slide doesn't send me as far. That's not going to kill me, is it? Oh, phew.
No. Okay.
Hey, I got a good landing, wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's literally the first good landing I got this entire ESA. Okay, so I used a cover slide there and I limited my FPS so I didn't go as far. If you go too far, you die from fall damage. So I slid towards the center of the map, but I stopped very short. Okay, so now I'm heading over to the Museum of Freedom. I still have a punch warp active, and I'm going to teleport to the center of the map. But first I need to discover Museum of Freedom, so I can come back later. So I melee attacked that raider, which activated the punch warp, tried to put me back to the coordinates I stored. I'm falling under the map, because the Z coordinate's quite low. But if you go too far under the map, top quality preparation here. Okay. Where was I? Right. Sorry?
I could just pick up on something. So the cover slides are way less accurate and don't go as far.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why punch warping is so nice. You can go exactly to a coordinate. But there are times where you...
What?
You press the walk,
Which button was walk?
caps lock, usually.
But I just rebound it.
He's gonna do something called the water menu clip,
Yeah.
where he's now in water in another cell, I guess, and he can make a save and load that save, and then you are on top of the water out of bounds,
Yeah, exactly.
which is a good skip.
Yeah, helps us get out of that pipe. And so now that I'm out of bounds, I can swim towards here. Yep, sure, that works too.
I have never seen this.
It's because I didn't have enough sprint. Wow. Okay. No, I'll just load the autosave, I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't take that long.
Probably from the main menu.
So I wanted to say is he's getting one of the last parts of a quest called the nuclear option, which is one of the last quests in the game. But unfortunately we cannot follow up on the quest instantly. We have to do some stuff beforehand.
Yeah, because the last quest of the game, it requires you, in order to finish it, you need to be in the Institute. And so in order to actually get in the Institute, we have to build a teleporter, which is how you initially get into the Institute. So we basically sequence break the entire main quest line in order to actually get up to that point.
Shoutouts to Chops for finding that.
Just gets better, doesn't it? Gotta try. What was the button? Toggle auto run. What? Okay. Hopefully all should go fine now. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong.
It's fine, it's Fallout 4. Nothing goes wrong ever.
There's actually at least 2 ways to soft lock. But I think I can avoid them.
So he's gonna pick up some mines here for some more punch warps because you don't actually need to do it to an enemy. You can do it to mines.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very convenient. And then he's gonna go into Good Neighbor.
Yeah. So I'm heading to Good Neighbor to, first of all, so I can pick up this mine. Second of all, so I can discover this location, so I can fast travel here later. Secondly, I'm going to enter through this load zone. If you walk through, you regain all your action points when you actually get teleported into Good Neighbor. That's an exposed load zone. Normally you go through the front door. This is the only shopping we do in the run. And we're going to use vendor glitch here, which gives me infinite store credit.
So even though there is a patched like vendor glitch, there's still more in the game if you're playing unpatched. But this is the better of the two, or 3 or 4 or 11, who knows?
I'll explain everything I'm buying. Okay. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so I need a fat man to kill only 2 NPCs in this run. Destroyer's left leg I bought. That gives me 10% extra move speed, which is pretty self-explanatory. I got Radaway, because at some point I'll need to cross the glowing sea, which is heavily irradiated. So... yeah, so I need the Radaway to take away my rads. You could probably get across it, but then you'd have very little health and you'd just die very easily. I'm just going to quickly show you something before I go to the Park Street Station here. There's no wall there.
Well-made game.
Yeah, there's a couple of locations like that. So now I'm going to head over to Museum of Freedom. Now I'm going to head over to Museum of Freedom. Nope. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to head over to Museum of Freedom. So, when I got the last quest of the game, a holotape spawned on Sturgis. He's in Museum of Freedom. We're going to have to pickpocket it off him. When I was shopping, I bought some Molotovs, so I'm going to try and use those for a glitch. Cook the Molotov, enter Museum of Freedom, and throw the Molotov. So that Molotov is now frozen outside. It hasn't hit the ground yet. If it hits the ground, then the raiders will become aggroed. If I quick save and quick load, what that means is, it messes with the position, so the Molotov will actually spawn upstairs for some reason. No idea why. This this part of the run is just going through Museum of Freedom, killing all these raiders. You can't really sequence break it, you have to kill each raider. There's going to be a cutscene here, which means I can't actually pickpocket Sturgis. Yeah. So now the other glitch won't work. Nice. So I've got that holotape now, and we're going to use that at the end of the run. The last quest of the game. Now I'm going to exit. Thankfully we don't have to talk to the Minutemen at all, really, during this run, apart from once at the end. So there's a Molotov, it's spawned up here now, for some reason. So I set up a cover slide on that pillar inside the Museum of Freedom. Once again, I'm going to use I'm going to release it to slide towards the center of the map. I'm going to head towards Lexington this time, which is perfect. Power armor means that I don't take fall damage, which is convenient. I'm going to do that again in the run. Now I didn't discover Lexington, so I'm going to run over, discover it, go back into my power armor, and then fast travel to Lexington so I can leave the power armor there. Because at the moment it has no fusion core in it, so I just go super slow in it. Why did I leave it? Oh, there it is. And then once I've fast traveled to Lexington, I'm going to head over and start sequence breaking a faction quest line, a railroad, so I can join them. So when you want to join the railroad, there's a quest to retrieve some prototype. But what you can do is you can just go there, clip out of bounds, jump down, grab it, drop it again. That actually gives you the quest. And then it's just a case of going to Old North Church to actually join the railroad. So I'm going to set up a punch warp so I can get back up to the door. I'm going to need full health so I don't die when I drop down. I'll see that very soon. Pick up my mine because I do need it. Alright. Close one. Yeah, so you lose a lot of health there. That's Carrington's prototype. We're going to need a mini nuke here. I don't actually have the quest yet, but now I have the quest. Dropping it is what gives you it. So now, in order to complete this quest and join the railroad, I have to head over to Old North Church. When I went to Good Neighbour, I discovered Old Corner Bookstore, which is convenient. It's quite close to Old North Church.
I have just one little donation to announce, if it's
Yeah,
right
sure.
for you. Okay. We have 5 donations from Gingenia saying, not sure if I'm not hyped for memory skip reveal or face reveal. Anyways, good luck on confusing the game.
Thanks, Jin. So I leveled up there. I'm not sure how that will affect my glowing sea level up. Might not be optimal, but it doesn't really matter too much. It's only a minor time save. So I'm heading over to Old North Church here. Normally you're supposed to do like a puzzle to find Old North Church and the railroad HQ, but you can just head there. So I'm going to use a pipe pistol to clip out here, rather than walk around. So walk backwards, look down, and I head east. And here they are. They've been waiting here the entire time.
Le rencontre. J'explore.
Et vous, il est clair que vous n'êtes
Quoi? Je n'ai pas cherché à vous
Probably
comprendre.
quick
So
save.
Jin is a runner of the game that also has helped so much with both modding and finding stuff in the game. So shoutouts to him.
Ouais.
bien. Là,
Continuez.
donc,
So I'm going to tell Des that
No.
I wouldn't risk my life for
Je ne
sins.
pense pas.
Sorry now.
il vaut...
And she says, yeah, Deacon will show you out. And Deacon says, good job,
On fait une bonne équipe.
you made a great team. And then we can join the railroad. Yeah, all the people who've donated so far have been from the Fallout 4 community. Good lock up there. Yeah, if you spam too hard, they lock up.
Oui.
Si vous n'êtes... je-
C'est un plaisir de vous
I'm
rejoindre.
going to set up a cover slide here
Appelez-moi.
on this wall.
Oui, je...
Hein?
Mais d'abord, l'emplacement de notre QG est là. Quand vous en...
And afterwards, we're going to head to DC. But first,
Personne.
there's a quest later on in the game. I need to make sure it doesn't soft lock. So I'm going to fast travel to advance the day-night cycle. It's faster than sleeping on a bed. Another reason that I do this is so that when I'm running in the glowing sea, it's daylight. I just got 2 perks there. One was Action Boy, gives me AP regen for extra sprinting. And
Voilà.
yeah, and the other perk was solar powered, which gives me +2 endurance during the day. Like I said, endurance means we can sprint for longer, so it's obviously faster. Fast travel to Boston Commons. From here, I'm going to run over to DC. I won't take the front entrance though. I'll just be clipping in again. There's another exposed load zone you can just go through. Although there will be the final cone clip of the game. Finally. The cone clips are quite bad. So hopefully I can get this. I don't get stuck.
So we now know that memory skip has nothing to do with cones. Okay, I got it.
There are some ghouls here, so if you're really, really slow, it can make it quite difficult. That car can also kill you.
All cars can kill you if you just get close. Sometimes it's makes perfect sense.
Yep. Sure love cone clips. This is the slowest cone clip ever. There we go, I got it. Yeah, so there's a load zone here and you can just enter it. It'll teleport you into Diamond City. Now I have a cover slide that I set up near Deacon. So if I release that, it's going to send me towards Valentine's agency, which is perfect. That's what I want. Saves me running. Gonna go over here. Gonna set up a punch swap for later, so I don't have to run over here. And I'm gonna enter Valentine's agency to just mess with the quest stages, so that Valentine isn't in Park Street Station. Shout outs to Core Static and Gingenia for finding that. I'm going to head over to Diamond City again. Saves me running. Yeah, one glitch I don't think I've done yet is load warping. So basically what load warping is fast traveling from anywhere to any like load zone or load transition. So Diamond City, for example, has a load zone there, and I set up a save next to it. So with this character, but at any point I can quick save. And if I quick load while entering a load zone, it will bring the character from the quick save onto the other side of the load zone. So in places where I can't fast travel, I'm going to load warp out, and then fast travel if I need to go somewhere, and that's quite convenient. This is now the long running section of the game. Heading over to the glowing sea to go to the rocky cave, which is the lab of someone called Virgil, who's part of the main quest later. Now the rocky cave is a load zone, so what that means is I can set up a hard save outside of the rocky cave like early, and should probably use that bourbon for extra endurance. I can set up a hard save outside of the rocky cave, and what that means is that I can load warp there later. So that turns out to be quite fast. If there's any messages, by the way, this is perfect time for it.
So we have a few bid wars and goals incoming for the next run, which is Resonance of Fate. First, we have a bid war for the text setting, the language, with German being in the lead with $37, Japanese being at $10, and English being at $0. So if you want to donate to see at least Japanese, English, or even German being in the texts, don't forget to donate. Also, we have the audio setting for Resonance of Fate, with English being at $85 and Japanese being at $0. So if you want to donate to see, for example, Japanese in the audio setting, feel free to donate. And finally, we've got a final incentive. Nevuts, at the end of his run of Resonance of Fate, will introduce you to the most hype speed game of ESA Summer 2018, which is Pringles. And it will only happen if $400 are actually donated towards this incentive. For the moment, it is at $120. So if you want to donate, feel free to do so. It will be in around 3.5 hours. So you have time, but if you want to see this run of Pringles, feel free to donate.
I'm not sure if you mentioned it, but Virgil isn't actually spawned in the rocky cave.
Yeah, that's right. He isn't there yet, and we have to wait until later.
Yeah.
Until he does spawn, and that's when we actually load warp over. So there we go. So that's why we get 3 intelligence, so that we get level ups at the perfect time, so that regenerated all my AP. And that's good, because I need to sprint here. So I can get over to here, set up a cover slide on it, because the rad scorpions make things kind of difficult. Thankfully I did that perfectly. Shoutouts to Kevbot, finding that particular setup there. Slightly more consistent. And what I'm going to do, so we're in the bottom left of the map at the moment. Vault 111 is in the top left of the map. I need to go to a place called Fort Hagen, which is in the middle left of the map. So I'm going to slide from Vault 111 down to Glowing Sea and stop halfway at Fort Hagen. So I've set up a cover slide there. What I'm going to do is use power armor. So if you're in first person with your gun out, obviously you slide. But if you get out your Pip-Boy, if you have your gun out and you're in third person and you get out your Pip-Boy, that forces you into first person for like a few frames if you're in power armor. So you slide, but it doesn't use up the cover slide. So you get like multiple charges of the slide, so you can slide further. Because normally you don't really get that much distance. So I'm going to use that to reach Fort Hagen. Coming up to the end of this long running section now. As you can see, the map marker for the cave is just there. Another thing to mention is throughout the run I'll be picking up items for materials to build a teleporter later. It's the only bit of settlement building we do in the run. So making a hard save here. In order to load warp there later, I'm fast traveling to Lexington. The power armor is right next to the fast travel point where I left it, so that's perfect. It has no fusion core, like I say, so movement's pretty much restricted. I can enter it during the fade-in. Fast travel to bottom 11 now. Go into third person, get my gun out, and then I'm going to spam tab 4 times to slide into the fence, off it, and slide again. Hopefully it works. Perfect. Well, I hope anyway. You never know with these cover slides. We'll see what it does. Yeah, this is a weird one.
Yeah, you can either land right on the Fort Hagen building where you need to go, or like 500 meters away.
Yeah.
Varies a great lot.
But also, if you get a weird slide, you can just end up like hitting an invisible wall and then being forced to run like for 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's not good.
The invisible wall over the church.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's I remember that too well, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I did get a good landing here, so rather than go through Fort Hagen the normal way, I'm going to go through the top. I'm about to kill Kellogg. It's the person you saw in the cutscene earlier. Nice buttery clip there.
Yeah, really smooth.
Gonna get out the fat man.
Don't use a bucket, please.
Oh my god. No, it's okay, I've got a shotgun. Yes, good. Yeah, you can either clip out with this shotgun or use a bucket, and the bucket is... It's interesting. Okay, perfect. Hit that trigger, that actually spawns Kellogg. A quick save here. I'm going to use this fat man to skip his dialogue. So, dialogue skipped. Grab the circuit board, that's for the teleporter later. Just going to spam that. Quick save, I've now sequence break that part of the quest line. And I'm going to head over to the fens, to my load warp hard save. Yeah, I'm just going to load warp out, because you can't fast travel there, because firstly you're indoors and you're in combat.
Yeah, and even when you exit, the like big Brother of Steel airship will come around, and you can't fast travel there either.
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice cutscene though.
I assume I actually did get that. Yeah, I got the load warp.
Yeah, you can tell if you get like 2 load screens, if you got it.
Yeah, and you can also check your level.
Yeah.
Alright, so I still have the punch warp active. That was next to Valentine's Agency. Nope, don't want to use that. Need that to set up punch warps. I'm going to use the frag grenade that I looted from Kellogg to actually deploy that punch warp, which is convenient. And right, so basically I killed Kellogg and I got a piece of his brain. That sequence breaks the quest line. Please go hidden. Seriously? Wow. Yeah, normally if you steal that, like even if they detect you, it just they just take it off you.
It's a very valuable hot plate.
Yeah. Alright, so anyway, just talking to Valentine.
Il faut que je trouve un moyen.
Yeah, you just tell him you've got a piece of Kellogg's brain, and he's like, I know someone who can
C'est vrai. Il pouvait
have a look at this and you go through
Les
Kellogg's
morts.
memories and find out more about your son.
Il y a un endroit.
Yeah, the triggers are all messed up. We didn't even save him from the station, but
Je
he's
crois que
already
j'ai
here.
déjà quelque
Yeah,
chose.
he's normally supposed to be in Park Street Station.
D'accord. On se retrouve à Londres.
Doing it this way not only saves time but saves a nice soft lock.
Yeah.
Where's your son?
Actually, Nick is incredibly bugged at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, if I was to fast travel to Diamond City right now, he would be on top of a building, he would walk off, and he would start walking towards the glowing sea, and just, well, once he would go through the load zone, he would just stop. But if you crouch, he goes hidden as well, because he's technically your companion for some reason. So then he just starts like lurching forward a few frames at a time in crouch. It's really weird. Yeah, so we're going to go into the memory den, doing the memories. There will be no memory skip.
Nee.
I'm sorry to say. I didn't pick up Jet. I'm going to need that later in the institute.
Docteur Amari,
Oui. Attendez, je vous connecte.
So I can pick up that now, actually.
on a besoin de votre aide, docteur. Je dois. Je sais qu'on demande un peu.
Skipping this dialogue's kind of difficult.
Complètement malade.
Bien. Hein. Voilà ce que j'ai pu récupérer.
Qu'est-ce que...
There's some stuff there on the table.
Continuez, docteur.
We need that for the teleporter as well.
Merci beaucoup, Nick. Vous me remercierez quand.
C'est quand vous voulez, monsieur Valentine. Asseyez.
Because this is a marathon run, I'm not going to bother doing the enter-exit strat that Gingenia found. My apologies, 0.3 gold, etc. But I just assume it will be faster this way.
Le moindre changement au niveau de vos fonctions.
Yeah, normally you do a bunch of strats that aren't necessarily faster in real time, because load times are normally counted out.
Ces images
Yeah.
brouillées. Je ne distingue rien de précis, doc.
So once this dialogue's done,
Les empreintes mnémoniques.
Amari's going to talk to me.
L'Institut n'a pas pu s'empêcher.
When she talks to me, I'm
Dites-moi.
going to quick save and then I'm going to
Laissez-moi
shoot her.
savoir, il fera-
And what that will do is Nick will then aggro onto Amari.
Bon, bien.
Nick will aggro onto Amari,
Oui, c'est encore possible.
and she'll be on the ground downed, which means that she can't do her really long, like 20-second cutscene here, and we just fade straight to white. Now we're in the memories.
Ginny saying some legit stuff in chat. Calling you a disgrace.
Ah,
Vous m'entendez?
But we're gonna show the memory skip
La
here.
simulation semble fonctionner.
yeah.
Bien que la plupart des souvenirs soient...
I mean, I found some sort of memory skip where you use 2 power armors and a power armor slide to
espérant que l'un d'entre eux
go from here all the way to the final memory, but it's very slow.
Yeah, we've tried all sorts of stuff to try to skip these
se souvenir un
Yeah.
cutscene segments,
tien que j'ai pu trouver.
but no luck.
Yes!
Yes.
I was about to mention. Can I get a round of applause, please? Yes, thank you.
Did you quick save?
I did indeed.
Yes, nice.
Yeah, so I was about to mention when I've been practicing this at ESA, it's crashed a lot during this, just walking through the memories. So I've learnt to quick save now. I don't think it's ever crashed more than once. So, you know, let's see if we can beat that.
Je dirais que ça
It was basically a planned crash. Sounds about right.
semblerait y avoir un autre souvenir intact dans cette séquence temporelle.
So yeah, I'm in Kellogg's memories now,
Continuons à chercher.
just walking through them.
Je vais déconnecter.
There's really nothing to do in particular.
J'ai trouvé
I just
un-
walk through them until the final memory. That's maybe a minute or two of just watching a cutscene. If there's any messages, once again, this would be a perfect time.
Yeah, of course. So we have a $10 donation from Oscar saying, I didn't know ESA existed before last Friday. Thanks for giving me a reason to hide indoors from the heat in Sweden. Donating during Fallout 4, an awesome game from an awesome game series. Really cool to see it being broken.
Ah, en voilà un qui semble être en bon état. Je vous connais. J'ai localisé un autre souvenir.
Everything we do here is like quite unfortunate because we already have the last quest of the game, but we have to
C'est
play it backwards.
Yeah, we have to get to a certain point.
So if you could like spawn Virgil early, we could skip this. If we could get the institute early, we could skip this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, exactly.
nothing.
Main goal is more or less getting to the institute
Yeah.
when we have this quest, but
I mean, once we actually get into the institute, it's like, is it like 7 minutes?
Yeah, it's like done. Yeah.
So if we could just get into the institute, that's how fast the speedrun would be.
Yeah. And there's like 2 entrances that are not active
Yeah.
in the overworld, or one is in a cell. But yeah, no luck yet.
Mm. There is actually some minor speed tech here. When
Pushing Sean.
Yep.
Yeah.
When Sean stands up, I can jump down and push him forward slightly. Saves. It might save 0.5 seconds.
Mm.
It might not even save any time.
All in all, a 0.3 second gold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So shout outs to Noob Town for finding that.
No, we used to do that like really early, but we stopped because it softlocked us.
See, that's the early days of Fallout 4
Yeah.
speedrunning. Just everything crashes
Yeah.
or softlocks. Like the run as it is now is way better. It's like it's a lot easier to learn and it's less chance of it going wrong.
And there's a lot of nice people in the community now, so
Yeah,
it's very accessible. A lot of memes to be had.
I didn't get the skip. Gonna go overestimate now.
Au revoir, Monsieur Kellogg.
Yeah, so like Fallout 4, it's incredibly easy to break. Like you can sequence break all sorts of quests. The problem is putting it back together again so you can actually finish it. It's pretty much a miracle we even have this route. Yeah. When you see the end of this run, like it just gets very broken and sort of non-linear. We enter the institute with the railroad, teleport in the Minutemen, then we're with the railroad again, and then I can actually do it so that I'm enemies with the Minutemen and the railroad, and we finish the game with nobody. So shooting Mari advances the quest there. We shoot Mari quite a lot. Anyway, that's done now. So a quick save there, and yeah, so shooting Mari spawned Virgil, he updated the quest, and quick save, load warp over to the Rocky Cave. He's going to be like, who are you? And we're going to be like, spamming 4 to skip his dialogue.
Calmez-vous. Kellogg.
And basically we say to Virgil we want to enter the Institute,
Bien.
and he
Je
says,
sais que vous en faites.
you're going to have to find a Corsair, kill the Corsair, get the chip out of its
Je veux
head.
ça.
Then you decode the Corsair chip, take that back to Virgil.
M'aider.
He builds plans for the teleporter, and then you need to have joined a faction in order to build the teleporter, and that takes you into the Institute.
Ouais.
So with this quest, normally you're supposed to like
D'accord.
search for a Corsair
Moi simplement.
by going to CIT and then
D'accord.
checking your Pip-Boy radio for a signal.
Uh-huh.
But the Corsair's always in the same place. It's Green Tech Genetics, so because we already discovered it at the start of the run, I can just fast travel there. Gonna use yeah, 1 punch warp in this section. It's quite a vertical section, so
Yes, the building is actually divided up into 2 cells,
Mhm.
the bottom and the top. So first you climb up to the top of the first cell, set up a punch warp, and then activate the punch warp in the second cell. So you can skip climbing the second part.
yeah, exactly. In the past we had to climb with a box. It was okay if you had this out, but like I say, the run's just a lot better now with the punch warps and other reroutes that we've
Yeah.
done.
Punch warps did a lot to make the run more enjoyable, I think.
Yeah.
I say as not having done a run with it yet.
Alright, so I set up a punch warp here. I grab this grenade, because I only have 1 frag mine. That's all I have to deploy a punch warp. And I need it to set up more later. Got the fast elevator there, it's always good. I'm going to equip the grenade now. And yeah, I'm going to kill the Corsair. And that's pretty much the only person I kill for the rest of the run. Although I will shoot well, I'll save that. Yeah, so now I'm up here, quick save, just fire at the wall, the splash damage kills the courser, get the chip, quick save, and load warp out. So now that I have the courser chip, I need to decode it. The only people you can decode it with are the railroad, but thankfully, because we joined them, it's very easy. We can just fast travel straight there. While I'm doing that, I'll pick up some extra stuff to build the teleporter.
So there's a big difference between the load warps he's doing now, which is going through like a fading animation, and the ones he'll do later, where he goes through a door. And the timing is like you have probably a second on these load warps and a few frames on the ones he'll do later. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
if he gets the ones later fast, then that would be very, very good and impressive.
I have practiced them a little bit,
J'ai
but
un rapport qui ressemble plus à une...
who knows?
Ouais, c'était
Yeah.
moi.
It's a different keyboard, so it's
J'avais besoin d'une puce de
not as
chasse.
easy.
Vous avez-
Ah, ah.
Okay,
Le décryptage d'une...
hopefully she doesn't
serait une opération.
make things difficult. Nice, she spawned over here.
Des trucs qui peuvent aller de travers. Heureusement, on a
Shit.
un expert sur
Okay, I pick up this. Is she going to talk to me immediately?
Desdemona.
No.
Vous avez décroché la
Okay.
cabane sur ce coup.
That could end up in a possible soft lock later.
Oh nej.
Not quite. Like I can avoid it, but I'm just saying I think that like messes with it a bit. I'm not worried. So now that Tom is in a bunch of dialogue, I'm going to try and skip it by exiting the railroad and then entering back in again.
Solve for N.
Yes, that's the line we're looking for. Yep, that's the line I didn't get. But I can just pick up that and then I think... Yeah, I'll just wait for that one. Nice. If you shoot him too many times, he goes aggroed onto you and then that's no good. But I'll get the solve for end line, which means I can fast travel away and the quest will actually be updated. Oh yeah, the Death Claw's still there, by the way, outside the Rocky Cave. He doesn't actually bother you for some reason. And let's see where's he spawned. Hey, it's Pot Virgil. So I'm going to pick the sarcastic dialogue lines here. In Fallout 4,
C'est pas vos oignons.
it's exactly the same as the default dialogue. Like you agree, but begrudgingly and sarcastically. That's the only difference. Yeah, he's going to say when you get into the institute, go get the serum to turn me back into a normal person. We're not going to do that. Also, my gun just went invisible. Don't worry about it.
Oh, nej.
Okay, let's try again. Okay, good. Oh, where am I heading now? Yeah. So he's given me the plans, and I'm going to talk to Des. He will tell me to talk to the Tinker Tom. Did I pick up that? Okay.
Desdemona.
Vous avez
I haven't forgotten anything.
J'ai
Pretty sure I've got everything now.
fabriqué un intercepteur de signaux.
They're just a hot
L'Institut
plate
utilise
to
un
get.
téléporteur pour entrer.
Ça fait comme ça.
A telephone. Right, okay, okay, I'm making a hard save here. Tinker Tom could mess up the run here. Where is he?
Tenez,
Okay,
Okay.
we got it.
voyons ce qu'il nous faut.
No sleepy or
Je
noodle
savais que
Tom
ça parlerait.
today.
No, it's not the sleepy bit. It's if he says something about a sensor sweep, that's soft locks.
Oh.
You can't go into the institute. Alright. I never discovered Sanctuary when I did my slide, so I'll fast travel to Vault 111 and run down there. I need to go to Sanctuary because it's somewhere to actually build the teleporter. It's a settlement. So I'll run down here, hit the trigger, to discover the location, and then I'll just fast travel.
So here we're at the end of the run almost, and we're at Sanctuary finally.
Yeah. Normally this is the first place you discover when you play casually. We're going to drop the military grade circuit board because you actually need that as like an item on its own instead of it being used for circuitry in something else. Yep, it's fine. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Like When I'm practicing at home, I get nothing new, no surprises at all. At ESA, I've seen everything.
Yeah, don't say everything. Always something new.
Yeah.
True.
Leur tourne.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oui, c'est fait. La
He's doing the thing where you can't skip his dialogue.
Uh-huh.
You have to do some weird thing like that. Yeah, so you build the platform, then he says, yeah, and then you go back and he says, okay, now build the rest of it. So that's what we do. Need to remember to pick up the circuit board here. Earlier on, I bought a biometric scanner. I need that for this as well. Just gonna build some generators to actually power it. Nice. Game can crash here.
Quelle est la situation?
I mean, it can crash everywhere, let's be honest.
L'Institut. C'est ça la
J'aime bien ce nom.
Normally you have a really, really long cutscene on this teleport
Je
platform,
ferai de mon mieux.
but you can skip it by fast traveling away.
The really cool skip when I was found.
Comptez sur
Yeah.
moi.
Based Gingenia.
Top.
It's weird though, because Jin found it and then he was like, no, that's too hard. But all you have to do is just that.
Yeah, you load warp that way first.
Oh,
When I first found it. So
that's
it was
true.
yeah.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so we fast travel away. You basically get the quest trigger as you're putting down the Pit Boy. And then you get fast travel away. So now we're in the Institute, and I can bring in the Minutemen. So now the game is extremely confusing if you've ever played this casually, because we've been associated with the Railroad the entire time. But now we've got the last quest of the game with the Minutemen, so we're bringing them in. I'm going to shoot Preston Garvey for fun here, but also to skip his dialogue. We just need the fusion pulse charge. So he's given me the bomb to put on the reactor, but when I put it on the reactor, I need to talk to the Railroad, because it defaults to the Railroad. If you... I don't even know. Yeah.
This is
Nice
a good
chair. Yeah.
Yeah, this chair is brilliant. All I've done is just entered the chair and exit it, and it clips you through the wall. Set up a save. Ooh.
Oh no!
So what it's gonna do is gonna do a jet jump here.
Yeah.
You get to see the chair again.
I got very lucky there because if I die, I lose my punch warp. So I would have to set it up again. Anyway, yeah, so I set up a save there so I can load warp later. And I'm gonna do jet jump. I need to actually bind the jet.
Jet extends the length of your jump, so it's very handy here.
Yeah, so you fall further. And I'm gonna hit a door. I'm gonna interact with a door as I'm falling.
Yeah, got it.
Close one. When you interact with a door, you actually become invincible. So if I interact with a door and hit the ground, I lose all my health but don't die. It's actually so strong you can't even kill yourself with console commands. Right, so now I can finally use up my last frag mine to punch warp over here. Get down warps there so I don't actually take fall damage. And now I'm gonna load warp out. There is a soft lock here. When you load warp out, you can get what's known as Miku locked, which means you can't fast travel. And that's pretty inconvenient. I don't think it will happen to me, but I mean, marathon luck, who knows? Yeah, okay, I didn't get it. Yeah, so now that I've placed the...
Did you actually load warp?
No.
No.
Thank you for pointing that out, though. I was too excited for not getting soft locked. Yeah, so I placed the bomb on the reactor, and what that means is that it defaults to the Railroad nuclear option now. So now I tell Des that I've done it, except I don't actually talk to Des. If I walk up to Des, I will get teleported back into the Institute. Who knows why? But you can also do it by aggroing her, so I can shoot her.
Yeah, I mean, the railroad is supposed to be inside the Institute now, but they aren't.
Yeah.
And yeah, all the quest triggers are messed up.
Yeah, so she's just teleported in. Shoot her from long distance so that she doesn't actually die. And now I'm going to get teleported in with her. I can't see my Pip-Boy yet, so I have to wait for this animation. Now I'm going to fast forward back to the railroad because I need to talk to Tinker Tom. Normally you're not allowed to actually fast travel in the Institute, but for some reason we get it. I'm going to quick save here because it sometimes crashes. See what he's going to say. Hey, he did the dialogue.
Téléportez-nous.
And now I've talked to Tinker Tom. Let's see. So now I need to go back into the Institute though, and I don't have a fast travel marker for that. So I need to do a sliding door warp. Load warp. And that's like a few frames. That was probably too early, that one.
I'm not sure. But again, this is really difficult and requires a lot of practice to get. Yeah.
First try,
yeah,
nice.
Got it. That was the
Pretty good. Yeah.
Alright, so I'm finishing the game with a railroad, but I'm gonna be enemies with both factions now.
S'il te plaît, papa.
I've stepped on this teleporter platform. Oh no, damn it. I didn't actually kill Des. Anyway, if you kill Des there, you can actually fail the nuclear option, but because you've already stood on the platform, you get teleported out anyway. So you can still complete the game, and there will be no agents on either side of you. There will be no one at the teleporter. Sorry, at the detonator. So coming up to time here, really. There's a detonator. So like normally these railroad agents wouldn't be here because you'd actually be enemies with a railroad. Time is when my HUD disappears. And that's time.
5701 what you wanted to know.
What was it?
5701.
I've actually PB'd multiple times in practice.
So yeah, don't go anywhere, there's a glitch exhibition.
Yeah.
So
I might as well just show this really quickly. You can get like extra height if there's an item like near here. But apparently I can't get it. Anyway, so am I good to start the glitch showcase now? Yep, cool. So I'll start off with the less interesting glitches first. Okay. Where is it? What's this out? Okay. So this one is just a strange animation, basically. Sometimes when you're swimming, you'll end up walking underwater, and you'll walk on the floor. You'll get this strange animation. I'll try and get the setup. If I can't get it, then I'll just load a save. That was close. Nice. Alright, so you get this like eternal falling animation. Where if you get your gun out, now you start riding an invisible motorbike. And now if I aim down sights and do this, you can get this animation. So that's quite funny. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show is it's a very old glitch. It's one of the first ones found.
This is probably like most people would have found, I think. Or
yeah,
if you search Fallout 4 glitches, this is what you find. So
yeah, so this is engine flying. This particular item has a really large hitbox, so it will just send you flying. I'll see if I can load the save and actually get the proper flying. Yeah, I just remembered. Items store their velocity like across saves. It's very strange. But anyway, you get the idea. That's engine flying.
yeah, you can jump on top of it, and then it will be dragged up again, and then you can just keep doing that for forever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like this.
And also you can like angle it correctly to send you like really fast in directions, but it's not really a thing you
It's-
ever want to do. So
Yeah, it's highly inconsistent.
Yeah, it's not. So yeah.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Yes, thank you. Okay, what was the next one? Yeah, weapon fusing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so headphone users, be warned with this one. So yeah, in this game you can like add modifications to weapons. So for example, with the Fat Man, I can add a Merv launcher. What that is it fires cluster nukes instead of normal nukes. So if I scrap and modify at the same time, I can start crafting different modifications onto any weapon, basically. So I'm going to craft a cluster nuke onto this minigun. What that means is the minigun, it uses 5mm ammo, but each bullet is a cluster nuke. So, yeah. Some bloatflies there. That's one of the better sort of recipes. Alright. Okay. Do it again? There's an even better glitch coming up.
Yeah, there's.
You can also do it with the flamethrower, but that's the rate of fire is not as good. I assume I've got quite a lot of time. Like, this was a 5-minute estimate, right? How much time have I used up so far?
Oui. Attendez, je vous connais. Vous appartenez au réseau de rails.
Just keep going.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, is it this?
I have no clue.
No.
Vous ici.
On a besoin de
I
votre
can
aide.
probably...
C'est qu'on demande l'impossible à Marie.
Actually, no, I can probably load the backup saves. People are asking for memory skip. Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Yeah, this is... It probably looks like I'm about to do memory skip,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's not the case, I'm afraid.
Don't you bait us like this?
Perfect, there's the memories.
So he's gonna do LSD glitch now, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Let's see, TCL. Is that right?
200.
Okay, good.
Je vais essayer de vous connecter aux souvenirs intacts en espérant que
I don't know where I'm going, but
vous trouver l'institut.
is it this way?
Voilà. C'est le souvenir
That looks like a room,
le plus ancien
maybe.
que j'ai pu trouver.
Oh my god, where am I going? Hey, there's a place. Wait, isn't this... Okay, well, here's a...
Souvenez-vous.
There we go, okay, right, good.
Et revivre ces souvenirs comme si vous étiez Kellogg. Ce sera sûrement un peu déroutant.
Yeah, it will be
I
this.
wonder if I can do it here, though. That's a good point.
Il y avait toujours du boulot. Il y avait toujours.
Yeah, I can do it here. Okay,
Yeah,
so if you
yeah.
keep interacting with these people over and over again, you get this.
Il y avait toujours du boulot pour. Il y avait toujours quelqu'un qui voulait.
And it
It
might,
just keeps adding color filters on
Quelqu'un qui voulait.
until it gets completely broken.
it might not look amazing yet, but
I'm gonna COC out.
yeah, it's gonna look like something.
Toujours du boulot.
Yeah,
Il y avait toujours quelqu'un qui voulait. Il y avait toujours.
that should be enough.
Il y avait toujours quelqu'un.
There is a COC point called Diamond City Whatever. It spawned you underneath Diamond City. I have no idea why that's a thing. Yeah, so this is what you end up with if you load warp out.
Shoutouts for Virgil for funding this very useful speed tech.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much everything we've found in Fallout 4 has been useless. Okay, so this is the final glitch. This is the best one. It's just... Oh. This is a glitch I found. It's called Head Cripple. So in Fallout 3, New Vegas, you've got Speed Cripple. You cripple your legs, you move faster. If you cripple your head in Fallout 4, your dialogue is instant. And you'll see why. I'm going to try and get the perfect setup here. It's frame perfect, by the way, pretty much.
You can hear something, is there you go.
Yeah. So, so I have no head, and you wouldn't have guessed, but no head means no dialogue. If I check my stats, I've got 20 charisma here, so
connais pas la confrérie.
Magnolia's currently singing. Gonna punch this guy
Vous allez
and put away my fists.
vous cherchez MacCready.
Gonna turn on dial camera, just for the memes, you know. Okay.
Qu'est-ce qui va pas? Oh. Je fais de mon mieux. Vous êtes pas...
Our incredible flirting skills.
J'adore les flatteries. C'est- Vraiment? Allez-y.
He doesn't even say anything. This is how good he is.
Je sais. D'accord.
So now we're gonna go on a date.
Pour moment.
I mean, this is one of those, like, your brain is so powerful that it's gone. It's like,
Ça faisait vraiment trop longtemps que je m'étais...
Yeah, and then as you can see, it resets the position of my head. So the giblets, like you can see my head there in the bottom right.
Je vous reverrai.
It's on the ground. Yeah.
so the sad thing is that this would actually be fast in the speedrun if you could get your head back, but you can't.
Exactly, yeah. It soft locks Tinker Tom later on in the run.
So if anyone wants to find something in a video game, please figure out how to get our head back.
Yeah, exactly.
Invent a glue or I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's the glitch showcase. That's all the glitches. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoy the next one.